Hey guys, this is Coach Bill with Fat Loss or with Bill Mabry Coaching Online. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Today, guys, I got another exciting topic, and you've heard me talk about time restricted eating in the past, but I'm telling you guys, this is something that is going to take over the industry as far as weight loss or how to lose body fat or belly fat naturally, how to reverse type 2 diabetes, and also how to reverse insulin resistance along with fatty liver disease. And the reason why I'm so excited about this is because I got about 4 or 5 new clinical case studies showing the benefits of early restricted eating. And so this topic is about 16-8 fasting versus early restricted eating. Now, before I get into this, and I got my timer on, so before I get into this, I got to let you know that I've been using the 16-8 fasting protocol for my type 2 diabetic clients and for my weight loss clients for years. There's nothing wrong with it. It works great. Understand that. It will always work great. And the reason for that is because you're not eating breakfast, so in the evening or while you're asleep, you're burning your own stored body fat, and you're not having your first meal until around 10 o'clock in the morning, so you've skipped breakfast. So it gives your body a chance to actually burn its own stored body fat. And it's been working great. And matter of fact, I expect all my clients to use a 16-8 as their base fasting protocol 3 to 4 days a week. But what this new science, 2022 new science case study showing that by changing every, say, once or twice a week, by changing your fasting times, and instead of eating or your first meal at 10, then do an early restricted eating is what they call, what science is calling it, is that when you wake up in the morning, say 6, 7, or 8, you have your first meal, and then you can have another meal at 10. But your last meal must be around 2:30 or 3 o'clock. After that, there's no snacking, no eating, and all you're doing is you're drinking good source of water, which we use hydrogen-rich water, a couple tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in your water before bedtime, and a teaspoon of sea salt to make sure you're getting your electrolytes. And then when you wake up the next morning, you don't have your first meal until around 10 o'clock in the morning, which is what we call your higher calorie day. And then the next day, do it again one more time. And that seems to be working very well for a lot of people. Guys, especially for me, I am seeing some phenomenal results by doing the early restricted eating a couple times a week, and I've added it to as my protocol. So for example, I'll just give it to you. So Mondays is my higher calorie days, and I'm always doing a 16-8. So I never have my first meal until after I work out, and that's usually around 10 a.m. or 11 a.m., but I'm making sure that I'm eating enough protein. I'll have 3 main source of meals that day as well. Sometimes I'll snack, but my last meal on Monday is always going to be at 6. And I don't snack at night, but I do drink a lot of hydrogen-rich water and my black coffee, and I have my apple cider vinegar before I go to bed. Well, on Tuesday, although I do not like to eat before I train, so I try to get to the gym a little earlier, so I'll usually have my first meal around 10 o'clock, and then I'll have another protein-style type of meal around 12:30, but I always have my last meal around 3 o'clock, and that's it. And then I drink a lot of hydrogen-rich water with my sea salt in it. And then I don't snack. I do drink some black coffee. But the next morning is my next higher calorie day. And like I said, I never eat before I train because, as you know, being a baby boomer, I want to elevate my growth hormones and my muscle building hormones peak at, make sure they're at their peak when I'm training. And by doing that, I'm putting myself in autophagy throughout the night and while I'm training first in the morning. And so what I want to do real quick, I don't have much time, but I want to go to my, instead of me reading you the case studies. I'm going to go right to them and let you see them yourself. And I'm going to do a share screen, so have patience with me. And I'm going to try to get this done as quickly as I can. So here we go. Okay, here we go. So the topic, of course, like I said, is 16-8 alternative day fasting versus early restricted eating. Now, these studies, I've got 3 or 4 of them here. These clinical studies used human participants. One of the studies, I'm going to scroll down here, this one here, see where it says randomized controlled trial for time-restricted eating in healthy volunteers without obesity. So what they did was they took regular people that weren't overweight, didn't have type 2 diabetes, or they didn't have any medical issues, and they put them in 3 groups. They put them in a 16-8 fasting group, they put them in the early restriction eating group, and then they put them in a standard American diet group where, you know, what that means is you're eating 4 or 5 or 6 meals a day. And so the outcome was the ones that were on the early restrictive eating lost more belly fat and body fat and lowered their glucose levels more so than the 16-8 group, and of course didn't even compare to the standard American diet group. The other study I have here is pretty cool. Is one of the studies looked at 5 different studies showing 3 groups. So I just explained to you the groups. First group was a 16-8 intermittent fasting group. Second group was a restricted eating group. The window starting, and so the group that was doing the restrictive eating, their first meal was around 6 or 7 a.m. and having the last meal at 3 p.m. and no snacking after 3 p.m. Lots of a good source of water with which they drank, which, you know, we recommend hydrogen-rich water, and black coffee, of course. The third group was your standard American diet, and I already explained to you what that group. That was 5, 6, 7 meals a day. And so what they all had in common, what all these studies had in common, was that every single one of them got the same results, that the early restricted eating groups lost more weight, reduced inflammation, reduced their glucose levels, and reduced insulin resistance. And this by far is going to actually help anybody that you know that has type 2 diabetes. And let me just scroll down. So here they are here. If you go to my YouTube channel at Bill Mabry Coaching, you will see these tests. So here's one here, 2022 random controlled trial for time-restricted eating and healthy. 2022, the effect of early time-restricted feeding and glycemic profile in adults. This one was actually published. It was done in 2021, but it was published in 2022. Journal of Traditional Medicine, Effects of Time-Restricted Eating. And it goes on and on and on. So guys, like I said, my time is running out. Go to my YouTube channel, Bill Mabry Coaching. Go to the description section of this video and check out the case studies. Also, you can go to my teamalcaviva.com/drinknatureswater/ to check out the hydrogen-rich water, which everybody should be drinking, and the whole family as well. So guys, like I said, I'm really excited about these about these new 2022 research on time-restricted eating. It's something I really like a whole lot because I'm sleeping better at night. I don't feel full. Now, my time's up, guys, so you guys have a great day. We'll see you at the next video. Bye.